Welcome back to Night 2, WrestleMania 38, live to tape watch along here from the Executive Lounge in Chaos Corner. It's the GOC, and I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. We're coming up to a special grudge match with two unbelievable veterans in Edge versus the phenomenal AJ Styles, the rated R superstar and the phenomenal one, here live to tape with your old buddy. We just came out of the Women's Tag Team Championship, the Fatal Four Way, who is now the new Tag Team Champions, I guess, of SmackDown. You could have figured this one out. Sasha Banks and Naomi are the new tag team champions. They defeated Zelina and Carmella, Rhea Ripley, and Ripley was with Liv Morgan. That's right. I couldn't forget her screams and shrieks during that match. And of course, Natty Hart and Shayna Baszler. The match, there wasn't a lot to say. It was okay for what it was. I respect all the athletes and grapplers. The bottom line is Sasha and Naomi are your new tag team champions. That was very, very easy to figure out, don't you think? On the Fatal Four Way. We're here either way. Follow me on all social media platforms. Thank you for being here on the mothership on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, here at YouTube, Twitter, Rumble, Gab, Parlor. It doesn't matter. I do it all on the IWC, one man, unscripted, unedited, live to tape. This is what you get. And right now we're coming up on 9:50, almost 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Night 2, WrestleMania 38. And it's going to be AJ Styles and Edge. Now, Styles has hit the ring. The show, the difference and the interesting of the lineup and the matchup over the two nights, this is the fifth matchup of the night. It's an interesting placement because you still have Pat McAfee and Austin Theory left. And of course, the main event, the big one that everyone's here for, Lesnar and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, obviously, will be lurking about. So we look at the lineup. We opened up night 2 with Triple H in his boots in the ring, retiring. The first match was the triple threat tag team match with RK Bro defending and winning. That was the first match. The second bout was Lashley and Omos, with Lashley going over, as Edge right now is getting out of the oversized giant king Viking-like chair and all the flames and the chaos that it's promoting, a la the old entrance of the Brood, or when they were teaming with Christian and Gangrel. Very nice entrance here at WrestleMania 38 for Edge. Now remember, Edge had a 9-year layoff, triple neck fusion, signed a 3-year contract for $15 million. AJ Styles, world-renowned, unbelievable superstar, perhaps one of the best in top 10 grapplers. Yeah, you could put him in that top 20, 25 for sure. Better pure grappler than Edge, in my opinion. We'll give the size and perhaps the strength to Edge, but definitely the agility, the experience, just my opinion, to AJ Styles. The overall agility style still looks great. So I'm interested in this match. I believe Styles will win this match. At least I hope so. That's why I'm pulling for it. Again, the lineup here, like I was talking about, second was Lashley and Omos. I'm distracted by the entrance. Third was Knoxville and Sami Zayn. Knoxville went over in an oversized mousetrap is how Sami Zayn was pinned, and everyone from the wee man, who I called Hornswoggle, and every jackass cast member was there. Where does Sami Zayn go from here, losing to Johnny Knoxville? And then I told you the fourth match of the night was the ladies' Fatal Four-Way Tag Team Championship match, Sasha and Naomi. Well-deserved. Don't get me wrong, well-deserved, especially Naomi. And now here's the fifth match, the grudge match of Edge and AJ Styles. And we're coming up on, like I said, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's interesting in the placement. They're giving McAfee and Austin Theory almost co-main event status, although not really. Again, the female referees over the 2 nights really have stood out, and I have said that to you. I said it if you're looking back in the segments, and I'm saying it again here tonight. Really interesting where they've gone with this to WWE and just the whole women and gender and the whole sports in general, where we're trending. Here it is. Edge and AJ, I'm going to try not to call a lot of this. I'm going to let it speak for itself. We'll turn up a little volume. I expect this to be a tremendous matchup, one of my longer segments here tonight. Again, I was just talking about the different lineups and different matchups and the way the placement of the card. I look back to night one and how they started off with a tag team match and the Usos and how they ended up with Stone Cold and KO. Just different things that I pick up on. Edge is in great shape. AJ Styles in great shape. The crowd, again, they've announced over 140,000 for the 2 nights there at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. It'll be interesting to see what the real numbers are. If they're announcing over 140,000, we'll say 143, 145K to round up for the 2 nights. I'll believe more like 100K. That's just me doubting Thomas. They had 20%, 25% onto this stuff. I've been in the business long enough to know. Nice leapfrog by AJ Styles. Drop down. Beautiful drop kick. Step over by Edge, and again, Styles, one of the best drop kicks in the business. Nice arm drag by AJ Styles. Another arm drag on Edge. Misses with the third. I expect this to be a pretty technical bout. Back and forth, Styles and Edge. Again, I've had a chance to work several events with AJ Styles. Never had a chance to be in his corner or against him, but was able to sit down, introduce, pick his brain a little bit. Unbelievable guy. Back in the days of working for different groups with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, and actually looking back at my calendar, I realized that not only in 2003, at Sacred Heart University, but also in 2005 in Woodbridge on a couple of occasions. The GOC has appeared and worked with Ring of Honor, Tony DeVito, John Diamond, and the like, H.C. Loke, different guys that were on the venue and talked. Looking back on the calendar, you forget about these things. Hey, listen, I'm the old man, Brandy, over 50 demo guy, but just to relate things and to the talent and my over 3 decades as a manager in different events and capacities I've worked in this business and related to the current topic and product. Old school versus new school and meets new school. Old school memories, new school thoughts and ideas mixed together with the Guardian of Chaos. That's what you get here on the channel. It's back and forth here, feeling each other out the first few minutes here. The crowd really into it. They were into it on night one and into it here on this match. Again, the tag team match that opened up tonight, night two, was pretty solid and entertaining. This night two thus far has left a little bit to be desired. If I gave night one a solid 7, depending on shrinkage, Jerry Seinfeld, Costanza, the whole 9 yards. It's nighttime here. It's after 10 p.m. I'll give this so far about a 5. Flaccid. I mean, a 5. A 5. You get it. We gotta have a little levity in this day and age, in this time, don't you think? Don't you think I can bring some levity and comedic attitude to this? What's happening here in 2022 in the world? We need a little comedic action and levity and faith and positivity, because keep your eyes up towards the sky. Got a lot going on. So that's why we're here. For distraction, positivity, faith, not fear. I always throw that in there. It shows you where I'm coming from. You get an insight to where I'm coming from when you watch all this, right? And then nonstop talk. And if I had my own show, is there anybody else that does this in the IWC? Some people do it for a little while. Not at this stage. Oh, beautiful 450, but AJ missed it. Knees up by Christian, by Edge. You know what Bully Ray said to me? At least a couple of occasions. Give the Guardian of Chaos 6 spots. He'll fuck up 5 of them. I'm proud of that, coming from a 2-time Hall of Famer. A controversial subject like Bully Ray, controversial person on Busted Open Radio. Doesn't get any better than that. Do you see the relations? That's what you get in this channel, the relationship to the business, to the current time and entertainment value. Right? Are you with me? 10 minutes in here. Yeah. Hello? McFly? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Anyone? I know you're still there. Edge, AJ Styles, a little lull here, just Chaos Corner. We're keeping it down here. WrestleMania 38, Night 2. I look back, and I've been doing retro reviews, and I look back at the crowds and the reactions and the noise and just the stars and the storylines, because this is what I'll say about these last two nights and covering the different products here in 2022 and these last several years. Boy, has the product changed, and maybe not the crowds, and it's not my daddy's wrestling or even mine, but man, the emotional investment, the psychology, the emotions, everything that the selling, the false finishes, the leg slaps. The business has really changed. Not coming from an old, bitter guy, someone who's been around and still current and knows the business and does his research and his due diligence and doesn't just talk to talk. As Edge right now is taking over on AJ Styles and pounding him from pillar to post. An okay match thus far. Expected a little bit more, but it's still pretty early. We're 11 minutes in on this segment. But I just look at the business and what's going on here. There's really been no storytelling or psychology. I'm not critiquing anyone. I'm no better. Who am I to judge? I'm just giving you my opinion, my viewpoint. I've been around a long time. I'll say that to say this because I do tell it like it is. Going back and forth here. Abdominal stretch by Edge. WrestleMania 38, Night 2, live to tape watch along with the GOC. And the reason why I continue to talk is not only because this is what you get on this channel, that's what I like to do, and this is my passion, because I don't want to get copyrighted. All these other channels, no copyrights. The GOC simplified, even though expensive cameras and all that. Copyright the little guy. I don't even have 500 subscribers. I can't even go live. That's why I came up with this unique live to tape concept that no one else does, and you get it in the same night within minutes of what happens live. So that's why the live to tape concept. I wear the old regalia. You know my history of over 50 years as a fan, over 3 decades in the business as a pro wrestling manager, and everything else that you could think of. Shoulder breaker by Edge on AJ Styles right now. Edge has been taking it to AJ right now. And AT&T Stadium. So if they're saying AT&T Stadium, which can hold 100,000 for the NFL, and supposedly as much as 80,000 here for the setup. There's been a lot of Dallas Cowboy guys, at football players, ringside. Dak Prescott, I think, Ezekiel Elliott, whoever. I don't follow the NFL anymore. I'm a Dolphins fan, but I still don't follow it. But so that means they're anticipating to have over 70,000 for both nights. It's a tough call. I'm not sure. Tickets are expensive. What would the average price be? $200 on the low side is as much as, I don't know. You hear 20,000 for first bunch of rows. I don't know the prices. I haven't been to a live event in years, with the exception of my home at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, in the shadows of Titan Towers, a stone's throw away, right down 95. Not keeping my attention. Can you tell? Someone who's been along, and two veterans. What's AJ Styles? Been in the business 20 years. Edge, 20 years. Both these guys, between the two of them, 40 years. Again, great athletes, longevity stars, Hall of Famers. Edge already in the Hall of Fame. Is it me? Is it the product? Have I changed? Has the era changed? Has the storytelling, the booking, has that changed? Bingo. There you go, because the athletes haven't changed. These guys can still get it done. Ooh, AJ, just like a baseball slide, missed Edge, and he went face first into the ring post. The turnbuckle, the lower turnbuckle, almost slid right underneath. Both men laid out. What do you think they've gone at it here? A good 12 minutes? We're about 12 minutes in on this bout. Again, after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time down there in Dallas, Texas. It's 9 p.m., a little after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, over the 2 nights, I go back and look at all the different things I've been covering recently and all the different organizations. I've done some NWA, I've done some MLW, I've done some Impact, I've done some Ring of Honor, I've done a lot of the AEW. I have to say, with all the stars, the roster, this is the mother, this is the big machine that's going to keep grinding. They're in a struggle right now, and it's nice to have much needed viable alternatives in the business. As AJ Styles right now, with a nice reverse snap suplex into the turnbuckle on Edge here. Both men in the laid out in the corner. They've gone back and forth, and again, I noticed the referee. The referees leave a little bit to be desired in the WWE as much as the AEW. Although there's a few that do the job and stand out. Not here. Hey, listen, there are no zebras of justice like in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. But I just I'm not sure about the quality of referees and their training and background and where they've come from and why they're in the system. Is it the whole political bullshit we have going on now, like in the country and in the world, with quotas and not going by the character or training or qualifications, but going by a quota system? I don't know, or by some sort of different qualifying gender, race, something like that. I don't get down like that here. I know we're talking sports entertainment, professional wrestling. It's It's the mothership. It's the Super Bowl of pro wrestling. Uh, Maybe not for long. WrestleMania 38, night 2 here at Chaos Corner. Crowd is into it. Nice reversal by Edge on AJ Styles. They've gone back and forth there, as you would expect, amongst two Hall of Famers, two veterans. AJ Styles is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Here's a nice replay. Beautiful knee on the left bicep of AJ Styles as Edge drops to the canvas and nearly broke the arm of AJ Styles. Reverse surfboard now by Edge on AJ Styles. This is going to continue to go on. This is what you expected to perhaps be the longest segment of the night, longer than McAfee and Austin Theory. That's going to be entertaining. I'm pretty sure we'll cover it. I'm not sure. At least I'll give you the result of it. And then, of course, we'll definitely be here for Brock and Roman. AJ misses the Pele and some sort of front face lock by Edge, but he missed it. Edge going for a stunner, a DDT, pile driver. No, reversal. STF, but it's a front face lock, a label lock, STF. AJ Styles is not tapping to this. Again, they have all these different maneuvers and calls for it when AJ's got his foot on the ropes. That they call these different maneuvers, and as I looked through the matchup card, go by time, we knew this would be the longest segment. This will be well over 20 minutes, this segment, to put up here. That's what you get here, different segments depending on what the match is and where I think they're going to go. And if they're worthy of covering it, just to, not worthy, but I'll give you the results mixed in with another segment. Kill two birds with one stone. And is that biblical? It might be. I'm feeling spiritual. I have been for life. And I was an altar boy at one time. Don't say anything stupid or funny. I really was. Confirmation, communion, Bible study, the whole 9 yards. Oh, beautiful over-the-top rope DDT by AJ Styles on Edge. Again, false finishes. Who knows how this one will end? And where do they go from here? I keep saying that in all these different matches. When you lose at WrestleMania, where do you go from there in your storylines, and what do they have for you in creative, especially in the WWE? I'm not here to bitch and complain like everyone else does. You see, I'm pretty fair and balanced. Fair, firm, and consistent is my saying in my life. And I try to call it down the middle. I'll critique it. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, but you have to take it for what it's worth. AJ Styles going to the top rope. This is his high rent district. He belongs as a high flyer. Edge cut him off. There's always a cutoff, but you wonder where they'll go depending on who wins this one. Again, I know it's predetermined. It's a physical contest, and there's no outcome. That's the difference between sports and sports entertainment. But you can't mistake the physicality. We're coming up on 20 minutes. Edge and AJ Styles, WrestleMania 38, night 2. They're on the top rope, all the way up top. Two superstars, two legends. What's going to happen here? AJ trying to flip over, going for a power bomb here. Maybe AJ Styles has him, but he's holding on. AJ's got Edge. Nice transition. He's got him up. He's got Edge in the middle of the ring. Backbreaker. Torture rack. Oh, into a spinning body slam. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. Only a 2 count. Into a beautiful maneuver by AJ Styles. Nice transition on that one as well. Backbreaker. Bang, into a spin tilt-a-whirl body slam. Wow. Again, maybe it's because I'm talking so much, I'm distracted. Giving you my viewpoint and style on this. It's what we do here for these live-to-tape watch-alongs. But and the crowd is into it. So, and it's a decent, solid match, but missing a little something. Nice reversal. Oh, beautiful DDT there by Edge on AJ Styles. Going back and forth. Again, only a 2 count. You're going to get several false finishes in a match like this. Two of the best grapplers over the last 2 decades, especially AJ Styles. Again, nothing against Edge, a legend, a Hall of Famer. This guy's incredible, especially what he's come after, and what he's done in ladder matches and his history with Christian and so on and so forth. But AJ Styles, to me, is a cut above. It's just my opinion. I'm giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Both men now on Queer Street, on their heels, exhausted, stamina, back and forth, in the middle of the ring. Nice snap suplex there by AJ Styles on Edge as they were a slugger. It's turned into a slobber knocker, right, JR? Slobber knocker? I could do this for 24 hours. I could do this for a marathon. Maybe we'll do that one day. See how long we can continue to go. Not one continuous stream. Holy cramoly, never one continuous stream. But to continue to go throughout a day or a night and maybe take an hour at most in between. What do you? It's something to think about as we push out content, try to create this channel. Again, I don't ask for anything. I don't put it on a paywall. No Patreon. No anything. I don't do it for that. I do it for love, dedication, passion. This is free for you fans to give back. For me to give back for what business and industry has done for me. I'm not asking anybody for nothing. Not making any money. None of it. That's how you know it's real and true. You get it, right? As both guys are in the middle of the ring right now, slapping it out. Back fist, chops, kicks. Beautiful Pele kick. AJ Styles finally hits it, but Edge doesn't sell and doesn't go down. It looks terrible on that one. I'm just saying. A calf crusher into a look like a spinning toe hold. A submission, not a spinning toe hold. It's a submission maneuver. Nice reversal. Arm bars into a leg lock. Several counters rolling around here into a front face lock. AJ and Edge, not the match I thought, and I know I'm being a little critical here. I'm not complaining. It's been a solid bout. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bitching. As we go back and forth here, now both guys have broken the hold. We're a solid 20 minutes in on this bout. Educated feet by AJ Styles. Nice reversal by Edge. Here's the cover. Another Pele kick by AJ Styles. He really is something. 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Like to keep you updated, keep you here in real time. Coming up on 24 minutes on this segment. WrestleMania 38 live to tape watch along. Night 2. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, Wednesday, AEW Dynamite live to tape watch along. I won't be here for Raw. I don't cover a lot of the WWE product. I really don't. I do during my retro reviews, but during the big pay-per-views or the classic or for something historical, I'll take it. Edge goes for a power bomb. Springboard off the top rope. Sit out power bomb by Edge on AJ Styles. There's the 2 count. Again, both these guys considered top-notch athletes, veterans, legends. You're not going to pin them that easy. They're not going to sell. It's not going to be 1 or 2 moves. We know the history. We know how it is. We know what the false finish is. We know how the business has changed over the last 10 years, 20 years, especially the last decade. You guys understand that. The last 2 decades. It's really, really changed. Just my opinion coming from me, who I consider a historian. Not only did I study the tapes from the 50s and 60s and 70s and research the 20s and 30s and 40s, I lived it in the 80s, 90s, into the 21st century, all the way up to current day 2022. You get it now, right? In every capacity, from promoter to ticket seller to setting up the ring crew to manager to taking the bumps to everything you could think of, to interviews, promos, vignettes, commentary. I go on and on and on and on. How much more can I go on here? It's about as long as the AJ Styles and Edge match at WrestleMania 38 night 2. And I hear the boy. You saw that he had a cameo last night. My huge Maine Coon European Chowsy that we rescued, who is my age. He's 11 years old. He's lurking about somewhere here. I see him. I hear him. It's almost time for him to eat. Hopefully he'll make an appearance here on camera. He's becoming quite the celebrity out there in the IWC. Again, both grapplers going up to the top rope. It's AJ Styles, it's Edge, it's WrestleMania 38, it's night 2. We still have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Oh, a big suplex on the ring apron. AJ Styles and Edge. Both men have rolled to the outside of the ring. That was a big, scary, dangerous maneuver whenever you do anything on the ring apron. Wow. Let's see the replay. AJ with a nice suplex from the top rope, the middle rung. Basically, Edge was on the top, onto the ring apron, and then they both rolled out to the floor, padding or not. Holy cramoly. They both have rolled back in before the 10 count. And you hear Jimmy Smith in the background over these last 2 nights. Then the 2 brands, and they have rotated announcers in. Everyone from Pat McAfee to Michael Cole to Corey Graves to Jimmy Smith to Byron Saxton. Oh, beautiful springboard 450 by AJ Styles. Wow, rolls Edge over. Could this be it? No way. 2 count. Too easy. They're not going to let it go that, right? Beautiful maneuver, though. We're coming up on a solid. I'm going to give these guys, it has to be a solid, well over 20 minutes in this match right now. If we're 27, 28 minutes on a segment, maybe 25 minutes on this match. False finishes. Again, let me not continue to complain about the officiating in the WWE over these last couple of nights and the different referees and things that I've noticed. I'll sound like I'm bitching, or somebody will say, oh, this bad. Go fuck yourself. I didn't mean that. No offense. AJ with the glove. Going to the top rope. Looks like he's going to go for the springboard from the top rope. The flying fist, the elbow on Edge. He misses. Rolls out. Edge misses the spear. Back and forth with the finishes. Here it is. Edge going for it. He's going for the... He got it. He dropped him face first. Here's the reversal. Wait. He got the 3. That was a 3. They're going to say he kicked up. That looked like a botch. That looked like a fuck up. I think they fucked up. His shoulders were down. That was a 3. I don't mean to say the F word. Man, do I owe money to my granddaughter. I hope she... Here it is. Listen. AJ hits with a traditional, hooks it in, front first. It looks like he was going for the old pie driver. You know how he does it first. Rolls him over, hooks the leg, 1, 2. She didn't hit 3. She should have hit 3. His shoulder was still on the canvas. He kicked up. She held up. And then that was not great. Who notices it? Who will notice it? Who will call it out on their podcast? Fightful or the Solid Monster or whoever else is out there. JD, Don Tony. Who's going to call it out at 10:17 Eastern Standard Time with that pinfall right there? Bogus bullshit. I get it. I understand. AJ going for the same maneuver. Looks like he's outside. Edge is in the middle of the ring. Damian Priestley's out here. The former U.S. champion Priestley. Springboard by Edge. Oh, it's spear midair by Edge. AJ went for the springboard. My apologies on that one. And Edge caught him midair with the spear. As Damian Priest was the distraction. Here's the cover. And there's the 3. Edge pins AJ Styles. Distraction from Damian Priest. Wow. I'm a little shocked as Damian Priest gives the stare down. The stank face to Edge. he was a distraction, and AJ loses to Edge. I'm a little stunned. I'll give that an upset. I know that doesn't sound right or make sense. To me, it does. We're almost 30 minutes on this segment. Edge just goes over on AJ Styles. I don't like the decision. I don't like the outcome. Mid-air spear by Edge on AJ Styles. Damian Priest is now in the ring. Not crazy about the finish here. The match was solid. It went long. AJ got fucked. I'll say that to say this. Don't go anywhere. We got McAfee and Austin Theory, and then the big one with Roman and Brock. A Priest is in the ring right now with Edge. Where do we go from here now that all of the children are growing up? Chaos Corner. Don't you dare miss it. We're not done yet. Don't go anywhere.